So now let's talk about standards in multiplication and division in third grade and fourth grade. When they're in the third grade, they're expected to work with equal groups. That involves combining sets of equal size or separating a whole into equal groups. And then also we work with arrays, and we talk about area in the third grade. And we're arranging those objects into equal rows or columns, and we're finding out the area of a rectangle. That's some of the tasks that we're given in third grade. When they move on to fourth grade, that's when they get into that comparison piece, which involves comparison between two quantities, in which one is described as a multiple of the other. So students must understand expressions such as 3 times as many. And that can get really hard for the kids. And then in order to be successful with that type of problem, they'll have to have that understanding, be able to understand what that means. That means 3 times of something, 3 groups of something. So it's really important that we talk to our kids about the language and about groupings and sizes and those types of things. And we have to do lots of building for them to have a good, clear understanding of that. So briefly on the standards, in third grade, we represent and solve problems involving multiplication and division. We understand properties of multiplication and the relationship between multiplication and division. We understand that division is just the undoing of multiplication, just like subtraction is the undoing of addition. And we fluently multiply and divide within 100. And we'll get into that fluency piece later on today. In fourth grade, we use the 4 operations with whole numbers to solve problems. We get into that order of operation. We generate and analyze patterns. And then we gain familiarity with factors and multiples. We get into the factoring, factoring that piece and talking about multiples. And of course, we've already done a lot of multiples when we're doing our countings and our count-arounds. We count by 2s, count by 5s, count by 3s, count by 10s. We can relate it back to that for them. And then, of course, in the 5th grade, we write and interpret numerical expressions. We perform operations with multi-digit whole numbers. We apply and extend previous understandings of multiplication and division. And then, of course, we fluently multiply multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm. Notice, where does the algorithm come in play? 5th grade. We have to do lots of modeling for our kids, lots of work with mental math strategies before we get them into that 5th grade and start talking about that algorithm for it to make sense, for them to be able to reason through it.